What is up, you guys? Back at you with another video, and today we're discussing and continuing our series on Miami Hurricanes versus the Florida Gators, position by position breakdown. We're starting with the quarterbacks today, but wait, hold on. If you have not seen the previous videos, click the link right up here, check them out first, and then come over here. We're doing position by position breakdown. This is episode 3 of that series. So without further ado, let's get into it. What you want to know is Miami Hurricanes do not have a current starting quarterback, but there is not to say there's no talent in the quarterback room. There's plenty of talent. There's just talent everywhere, but it's unproven talent. It's raw talent, but it has so much potential, you just don't know. It's a wild card. The first guy that we all Hurricanes want and know about already is Nkosi Perry. Perry has already played for Miami in several games and was a starter, but with Rick's offensive style, that offensive line play, and his inaccuracy, it just was not the most of amazing performances. His percentage completion rates was like 50-ish% for the whole year. It was not good, not clean, but Rick kept flipping quarterbacks the whole darn time. So Nkosi Perry has some interesting abilities and attributes. He's a dual threat quarterback. I would like to see him really compete in the spring ball. He may be starting, so he's the guy the Hurricanes want to know. But the other guys, like I'm telling y'all, they're full of talent. They're improving. JaMarr Williams, one of the top dual threat recruits, 5th recruit in the nation, according to some. 247 gives up and down. They actually put him in the pro style, which is interesting because he's a dual threat. But regardless, this guy is a really talented player that's really good in accuracy. He's less of a dual threat on his feet, but he's still escapable and able to play around. A lot of Canes fans are hyped around him and are corralling about him being the starter. But the last guy, not least at all, is Tate Martell. Here's the deal. Tate Martell was the number 2 recruit or dual threat quarterbacks. I mean, this guy was a stud. He's in Quarterback One show. If you have not seen that at Netflix, this guy played at Bishop Gorman U, which that's a high school that they didn't just compete in their little area. They are, to frankly speak, they're a little bit rich, nice, spoiled school with the most amazing athletes, and they just fly around the whole country, play the toughest high schools there are, and beat them all. I mean, they're just absolutely insane of a high school program. It's different than a regular high school program. But he's only had so much experience in college ball, which is a different world. He did throw like 10 for 10 in the Rutgers 111 team, granted, but he's had good experience. He's had really good quarterback coaches, and now he's transferred over to the U, but we don't know about his waiver yet. We're still waiting on that. He's the guy that might be probably starting for the U if his waiver gets signed over. So there's no lack of talent in Miami's quarterback room. It's just we don't know who the starter is. There's no one proven. Now, the Gators do. On the Gators side of the ball, they all know, but we'll still pull him up here. Felipe Franks. Felipe Franks was a mediocre, average quarterback. He had some good games, had some bad games. Gator fans all know he's a functional quarterback, to say the least. It's not that he blows you away with his numbers and accuracy and ability, but he can play the quarterback position. He's been benched during some games, but he kind of finished out the year solidly. So he's got experience to gain on. He's been in the system for a bit. He's the starter most likely. He may lose the job in the spring ball, but it'd be more of a breaking news surprise at this point. He's the guy that's going to be starting for the Florida Gators. That's what's going on. But just in case if he doesn't, a couple other guys that they have, I'm just going to mention one. They do have Emory Jones. Now, Emory Jones was a very highly talented dual threat quarterback also, coming out of Franklin, Georgia. So maybe he'll surprise Dan Mullen and somehow win the starting job with, just his leaps and bounds of being able to learn the system real quickly in the offseason and being more accurate than him. We'll see, but it's most likely going to be Felipe Franks. He's probably, it's his job to lose at this point. Now, when you weigh in the athleticism for each positional group, it's tough. It's usually close. In this one, it's different. You have less stats and numbers that are proven in college ball to look at on both sides. Now, Miami has a factor that Gators do not have, and that is in their quarterback coach, Dan Enos. Now, I don't care what you Gators fans are going to keep telling me and foam me in the mouth. Dan Enos came from Alabama and coached Tua Tagovailoa and Jalen Hurts, and they saw amazing stats from both of those quarterbacks. Crazy production, excellent players. He's definitely going to tweak the quarterback room for the U and do very well. Now, the non-quarterback stat that you do have to look about and seeing that it's going to affect their production rates is the offensive lines. The Florida Gators are losing 4 of their 5 starters, their O-line is definitely taking a hit. I mean, these guys were starters since their freshman year, and it was Ivy, Taylor, Johnson, Jordan. They're gone. Miami, their offensive line was nothing to walk around and say, hey, wish you had this, right? But they're not in complete disrepair where we're losing all of our starters. It just definitely needs a lot of work to be done. Now we have Butch Berry, which is an offensive lineman coach from NFL, Tampa Bay, and he's going to do an incredible job. And we have the athleticism and the talent there. Florida Gators, they're got guys that haven't started, but they have athletes to work on, so it's a bit more of a transition. I think the O-line is going to be slightly weaker on the Florida Gators side, but Gators have an experience at quarterback. So when taking this group and breaking it down, if I had a silhouette for each scenario, I would choose the Florida Gators. I know, guys. They give them the edge, and here's the deal. Had the game would be in a different part of the schedule, I think Miami has the more a higher ceiling for their quarterback recruits than Felipe Franks. But they need an experienced quarterback for game one to be ready, to not have the itches, the vibe, to know what to do in a atmosphere that is just intense and screaming fans and everything at the college football level. This is going to be a huge game, packed out stadium, week 0, So in that scenario, it's better in the quarterback room with a Felipe Franks, be it an average, mediocre quarterback play. But it's not to say, though, after halftime, hands in the air, it's a ball game. It's going to be any quarterback who does better. And I think Miami quarterback, whoever it may be that'll be starter, can fully assimilate into the game and know the system and play much better than Franks. That's yet to be seen. But this scenario, I believe the quarterback room as of right now has the edge to the Florida Gators. So we're about 1-1. Miami wins in the wide receiver group. Running backs, it's just dead even. And then the quarterbacks, Florida Gators gets that one. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button and please subscribe. Guys, I'd really appreciate it and ask you guys to do one thing. If you ever do any shopping on Amazon, could you do one thing for me? Any of my videos, you just go down there in the description, click on any of these affiliate links. You don't have to buy the product that's in the link, but you can. Any product that you look up on Amazon, heck, if you want to look Miami versus Florida Gators, see this book right here, and I wanted to buy it. Bam, if you buy it, a small percentage revenue goes to me. It helps out. 100% of that revenue is going to go to the channel quality improvements on all levels of all sorts. I'd greatly appreciate it, guys. Thanks. Guys, college football is a fun and crazy world. It is so tough and tight to see who's got the best athletic team, which is great when you got athletes all around. But it does not matter, because at the end of the day, it's always all about the you. Let's go.